Welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about all the bad features on the Sync 3 system that you find on late model Ford and Lincoln vehicles. This is a 2018 F-150. This is the Sync 3, and there's a lot of things that I don't like about it. But I do want to start off this video by saying that I do overall like Sync 3. I think it operates well. I think it's a well-designed system, and it's arguably one of the best on the market. But that being said, there's a lot of things that I don't like. So number one, I've talked about this before, latency through Bluetooth is an issue. So if you're watching a podcast or if you pull over and watch a movie, the latency is pretty bad. The time that it takes varies from time to time depending on whatever factor, but if someone's talking, whatever their lips are doing is going to be off by either 1 second, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, depending on whatever is going on with the system. So in 2019, 2020, 2021, even new trucks rolling off of the lot right now, they have so much latency with the Bluetooth that is just unbelievable slow. So say for example, you're watching a movie. I understand you're not supposed to watch a movie while you're driving, but what if you have like your kids in the back seat, you got your tablet or phone connected to Bluetooth, and they're watching a movie? Well, there's so much latency that they can't watch it. Or if you pull over and you sit in your car for half an hour and watch a YouTube video, there's so much latency that it doesn't really make sense. So it's kind of frustrating that they just don't figure out what they need to do to fix that. I mean, you got some pretty cheap Bluetooth devices that don't have this issue, so I feel like it's kind of unacceptable to have latency still. Hopefully with the new Ford F-150 that comes out here for 2021, they've addressed this issue. But the fact that they've removed the CD tray. This is an 18, so it still has a CD tray. But in 2019, you do not get a CD tray. You also do not get a AUX cord line in. So your only way to connect your device to your vehicle is through Bluetooth, and it is loaded with latency. So I feel like before they should have made the decision to get rid of even just the aux cord, which I believe you can still get the AUX cord for lower trim levels, they should have at least addressed their issues with Bluetooth. I mean, before they got rid of everything, because there is latency. Now that being said, the Bluetooth does work good. You get in the car, it connects to the device automatically, no issues there. It rarely has an issue. It rarely ever has an issue connecting to the phone, so that's a plus for sure. But just latency is just an issue. Moving forward, another thing that I don't like is the navigation system. Now honestly, the navigation works good if you search your destination, whatever, or you just use a GPS. It works pretty good. The issue that I have is the feature where it shows you the traffic. So when I first got the truck, it showed me traffic no matter what. So it says we're at 9 Mile, there's Jefferson, and when I would zoom out, all of this would light up either green or, on this truck being an 18, it really only showed the highways, and it would light up, if there's a big traffic jam on, say, 94 here, it would just turn red, and it would let you know pretty accurately where the traffic was. And that was a really cool feature. Now, for whatever reason, it just stopped doing that, and I don't know why. I asked the dealership, they don't know why. They said that it was because the Sirius satellite subscription ended and I didn't want to keep Sirius satellite. So they said because I don't have the subscription that I won't be able to see the map. So I got the subscription like 6 months ago. I have Sirius satellite now, and I still don't have a map. The dealership, maybe they could figure it out, but they really don't have time, or it's maybe too much, too confusing, too many different details. They can't really figure out why the map doesn't show anymore. So it's just kind of unfortunate because I'm always getting stuck in traffic, and when it was working, I was able to avoid so much traffic. And now, if you follow the channel, you know that my wife just got an F-150. She got a 19, and her map works, but mine doesn't. Now that her Sirius ended, her map no longer works. But when her Sirius ended, the map didn't automatically stop working. It took like a month for the map to actually stop working. Now for me, I'm like 6 months in and back in the Sirius. I'm paying like something like $20 a month or something crazy for this radio, and my map doesn't get back working. So I don't know why the maps don't work, why they have a feature that we can't really figure out why it's not working. The dealership can't figure out why it's not working, but the traffic alerts, they no longer work. So I mean, it was so good to the point where if there was a freeway closure, it would light up purple and tell you that there's a freeway closure. So you were always just like, you were able to avoid so much headache just by having this navigation system. So it's a really cool feature that they put into the system, but for whatever reason it doesn't work, and the dealership technicians can't figure out quickly enough. Maybe, you know, I think a lot of people are going to say that there's some incompetence with the dealership, but if it's that hard to fix, I don't know what's going on. They can't figure out what's going on. I don't have time to pursue the problem. So it's just kind of unfortunate that it just stops working, stops reporting traffic for whatever reason. And now I'm seeing that my wife's truck's doing the same thing. Kind of disappointing that is the case. So I've been asked to do a review of the system before. It does work pretty good. You have your apps, you know, your climate control works good. It's kind of weird because you have to go into here to turn on your heated steering wheel, and I feel like I've seen some Ford steering wheels that actually have a heated steering wheel button. This 502A trim Lariat does not have a heated steering wheel button, but most of the time it's automatically heating up for me anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But it's not hard to get into the climate control and just hit that button real quick. The touch works really good. It responds really good. It's pretty fast 90% of the time. I don't have any problems in that regards. It takes phone calls really good. The audio for the phone calls works really good. So yeah, I mean, it is arguably one of the best systems. I know Dodge and GM have brand new systems out right now, and this is not necessarily the newest of the new, but I will say that it does work pretty good with regards to how fast it is. The Bluetooth connection, like I said, it does have latency. It does have latency, but it is pretty reliable. But you know, it is what it is. Most of the time, your play pause,
I haven't changed my
works good. Your skipping works good. So you connect it to your phone and you can control your tracks with your steering wheel. That's pretty cool. One thing that I don't use is the Android Auto. So when you plug in the Android phone into the truck, it will allow you to do Android Auto, but I don't find it to be as good as the system that comes with the truck. It kind of overrides all of the hardware or software. It overrides all the software that you get on the screen, and it's kind of clunky compared to just using the Sync 3. So I feel like Sync 3 is superior than compared to Android Auto, but everything in here works pretty decent. You know, there's an option for apps, but I never really found any cool apps or anything. But it does work good, aside from the few complaints that I have. So all in all, I think the system's one of the best on the market. Just a few issues. Hopefully Ford will address these issues. I don't know if firmware can update the Bluetooth latency issues, but hopefully they fix that with the upcoming truck. But anyway, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Comment below, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.